you this morning? Welcome to story time. We'll just give it a few moments and see if a few people jump on today. How are you doing anyway? Is the sun shining where you are? The sun's shining where I am. It's nice and beautiful and warm. Good morning, everyone. Welcome along. Well, I suppose I should tell you my name. My name is April and I am a little mermaid and I have come all the way from down under the sea. Has anyone ever been in the sea before? In the ocean? You have been in the ocean before? That's wonderful. Oh, good morning, Heidi. Maybe if you've got a big person or an adult with you, you could type your name below so I know who's watching. We've got Heidi, there's Awa. Nice to see you all today. Now, today I thought I would tell you one of my most favorite stories, and this is about a little mermaid. Now, this little mermaid, she doesn't want to have a tail any longer. She wants to have legs. Oh, I'll just say hi to some people. Hi, Lily. Hi, James and Nina, and Lulu and Ayla. And Ramona, welcome. Okay, do you think I should get started with my story? Yes? Okay. Is everyone snuggled in somewhere nice and warm? You are? Are you nice and comfortable? Oh, good. Okay, are you ready? Out where the sea is deep and blue, the Sea King ruled. He lived there with his 6 beautiful mermaid daughters. The Sea King's wise mother lived with them too. She helped the young mermaids. The youngest mermaid was the prettiest of all, and like all mermaids, she had no legs. Instead, her body ended with a fish's tail. Her skin was rosy and her eyes were the deepest of blue. Her voice was the most beautiful anyone had ever heard. Does anyone here like singing? Oh, you do like singing? Great. Well, mermaids, they love singing. The little mermaid often sang with her sisters. All day long they sang and played, and in the evenings they listened to their grandmother tell stories. The little mermaid especially loved the tales of life above the sea, where there were stars and flowers and trees. Do you like going for walks and seeing flowers and trees? Fantastic. Finally, the little mermaid's 15th birthday came. Her grandmother gave her a beautiful necklace of pearls. Then, light as a bubble, the little mermaid rose to the surface. The little mermaid raised her head above the waves and she swam near a big ship. She saw many people in fancy clothes. One handsome young man stood out from the crowd. He was a prince, and he was celebrating his birthday. In an instant, the sea that had been so calm turned restless. Heavy clouds appeared, thunder clapped, lightning shot across the sky, great waves began to pound the ship, and as the storm raged, the ship mast, it snapped in two. The little mermaid saw the prince fall into the sea. She knew at once that she must save him. She dove deep into the water, and at last she found the prince and swam with him towards the land. She held his head above the water. The little mermaid let the waves carry them to the shore. She gently laid the prince on the sand. She kissed his forehead and dove back into the sea. But the little mermaid waited behind some rocks. She wanted to make sure someone would come and help the prince. Soon, a young woman hurried towards the prince. He sat up and smiled at the woman. The little mermaid felt sad. The prince hadn't smiled at her. He didn't know that she had saved him. Full of sorrow, the little mermaid swam home. Time passed, but the little mermaid was still sad when she thought about the prince. She found out that he lived in a palace by the sea. The little mermaid swam up each night to the prince. She grew even fonder of him. The little mermaid longed to know more about the land above the sea. "Grandmother, do humans live forever?" she asked. "A human soul can live forever," explained Grandmother. "Mermaids just become foam on the water." "How could I get a human soul?" asked the little mermaid. "The only way is for a human to love you with all their heart," said Grandmother. At that moment, the little mermaid knew what she wanted to do. She made her way to the sea witch's home, where sea snakes rolled around the bubbling sand. Sea snakes? Has anyone ever seen a sea snake? You haven't? As the little mermaid swam up, the sea witch called out to her. "I know what you want. You want human legs so you can walk on land. Then you can win the prince's love and a human soul." "Yes," said the little mermaid. "This will bring you sorrow, my pretty princess," said the sea witch. "But you shall have your way. Here is a special drink. Swim to land and drink it once you're on the shore. Your tail will disappear and you will have legs." "Know this," said the sea witch. "You can never again be a mermaid. And if the prince marries another, you will turn into sea foam." The little mermaid turned pale. "I will do it," she said, trembling. "There is one more thing I must be paid. You have the sweetest voice on land or sea. Your voice is the payment I demand," said the witch. "My voice!" cried the little mermaid. The little mermaid thought about her love for the prince. "Let it be so," she said sadly. And with that, the little mermaid's voice left her. She could neither speak nor sing any more. The little mermaid took the sea witch's drink and drank it and swam towards the shore. Then she sat on the steps at the prince's place, swallowed the drink and fell into a deep sleep. When the mermaid woke up, the prince stood over her. He asked her who she was and where she had come from, but the little mermaid couldn't speak. At first, she didn't know why, but then she remembered. She saw that her fish tail was gone and she had 2 lovely legs. Have you got 2 legs too? Great! The mermaid gazed at the prince with sad blue eyes. The prince took her hand and walked her to the palace. As time passed, the mermaid and the prince spent every day together. They rode horses, they climbed mountains to look at the clouds. The prince grew very fond of the little mermaid. "You are like the woman who saved me," he said. "She is the only one in the world I can ever love." The mermaid wished the prince knew who had really saved him. She sighed. Very soon, the royal family wanted the prince to marry. They chose a princess from the next kingdom for him. The prince sailed to the neighboring kingdom. He took the little mermaid on board the ship with him. When the prince met the princess, he was amazed. "It's you," he cried. "The one who saved me. Oh, I am too happy." He turned to the little mermaid. "I know you will be happy for me," he said, but the little mermaid felt her heart break. The royal wedding was grand, but the little mermaid did not hear any joyful music. She did not see the beauty around her. The little mermaid could only think of all she had lost. She knew that very soon she would turn into sea foam. That night, everyone went on the royal ship. The little mermaid stared out at the sea, just as her sisters rose up in the water. "We bring a message from the sea witch," they said. "If you push the prince into the sea, you can return to us. Please do it. Hurry." The little mermaid took one look at the prince standing on the deck of the ship, and she knew that she could never harm him. With nothing more to do, the little mermaid dove into the sea. Instead of turning into foam, the little mermaid rose up into the air. Fairy spirits lifted her. "Where am I?" she asked. She had a beautiful new voice. "You're among the children of the air," they said. "You will be with us forever." The fairies explained, "You love the prince so much you gave your life for him. This deed won you a soul." The little mermaid blew the prince a kiss and floated towards a cloud. Looking down on earth, she was filled with great peace. And that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, I was wondering, has anyone ever seen a beautiful mermaid before? Have you seen one? Maybe when you've been in the ocean? You haven't? Well, next time you're in the ocean or near the ocean on a beach, you must look very carefully. And if you look up onto the rocks, often there are mermaids sitting there. Poppy says that she's seen a mermaid before. That's wonderful. And if you listen really carefully while you're near the ocean, sometimes you can hear them singing. Ari has seen a mermaid before as well. Well, if you haven't, you must keep your eyes peeled. And if you have, make sure you come along and say hello next time. Great. Now, I was thinking, just before I go back and swim down into the ocean, would you like to have a Little Mermaid tea party with me? You would? Oh, fantastic. Now, this is something you might be able to do if you've got some teddy bears as well. They might, or some dolls, they might want to have a tea party. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to make a little saucer with your hand. Can you hold your hand up? Wonderful. And then, can you pick up a teacup and put it on top? Oh, fantastic. Okay, now what else do we need at a tea party? We've got a vessel to drink our drink in. Do you think we need something to go in it? Okay, close your eyes and can you think of your favorite drink in the whole world? Think really hard. Oh, I think I know what I want to drink. Can you tell me what you want to drink? Wow, that sounds delicious. I'm going to have a hot chocolate. Shall we take a sip? Delicious. Does yours taste delicious? Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to pop my teacup down because I think we need something else at this tea party. Are you getting hungry for morning tea? I am. Okay, shall we create a plate? Do you remember how to do it? You need to pop your hand out like this. Good work. Okay, and now shall we think of our favorite food in the whole wide world? Think really hard. Okay, close your eyes. Thinking. Okay, I think I've got it. I think I've got my favorite food in the whole world. Can you call out what your favorite food is? Wow, that sounds wonderful. Okay, I have got a very special rainbow cake. Shall we take a bite and see how it tastes? Yum! Mine is delicious. Oh, we must finish our drink too. Yum! Well, I hope you've enjoyed story time with me today. Oh, Heidi's having muffins for morning tea. That sounds yummy. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this story. I had a wonderful time talking to you all. And don't forget, next time you're by the ocean, make sure you look out for all the beautiful mermaids and make sure that you listen out for their beautiful singing, won't you? Stay safe out there and lots of love to you all. Bye for now.